everyone, welcome back to Low Luxury, the channel where I show you what authentic luxury clothing and streetwear looks like. And today we have got a haul for you. Yes, I've been doing more and more hauls lately. Maybe I've just been spending way too much money, but we got a full look today from the brand RHUDE. That's like RHUDE with an H after the R, because they're cool, they just can't spell things normal. So RHUDE is actually a streetwear brand that I've been becoming more and more fond of. So I decided, like, they do good tops, good bottoms, good accessories. Like, let's get a full look going. So I've got some stuff from kind of like some different eras, and that's what I'm really excited about. So we've got a pair of like tuxedo track pants here. You can see like this gold glittery side stripe going on there, and these are like from a super old early OG RHUDE season, so these are like back to the beginnings of the brand. Then I already had this t-shirt from a couple seasons ago, like giant logo going down there in red with the pocket covering it. I think that's a really cool style. And then from just the last season, I have a leather baseball cap here. Yes, full leather hat with an embroidered logo on it. So, you know, we're gonna do as we do, we're gonna take a look at the details, but then we're also gonna actually put this whole look together and see how everything plays off itself. See if the brand identity holds up over the years, over the seasons. So let's get into it. But first, I've looked into it, and a very, very small percentage of you are actually subscribed to the channel. It's completely free. Just press that button and you will not regret it. Thank you so much. All right, my friends, let's start with this t-shirt because we've looked at this on the channel before, so we'll just give this a quick once over before we move on to the new stuff, the hot new stuff. As you can see, or not see because it's not in focus, there we go. You get this embroidered tag right here with that name in it, really nice and clean. And the care tags are also really simple and straightforward. They're super thick, glossy, black, plasticky tags. Little looks kind of gray S for the size there, and then the logo again underneath quite a bit bigger. And on the back of that, you can see that they make their stuff in the USA. They do that with pretty much everything of theirs that I've seen, which is really cool. Actually, a lot of brands these days don't make stuff in the USA. Even like the American brands will make it in Portugal, Canada, whatever. 100% cotton, nothing too surprising there. But I just love the style of this shirt. It's got this kind of like vintage, cracked, over printed feel to the logo here. And that just pocket separating it is sick. And I am extremely into these pants. They're like tuxedo track pants, this super thick, stretchy, like leggings, spandex material. We'll get into that, but they've got like this stitched pleating here going down both the legs on the front and back. You can see this is a stitch going through on both sides to kind of give it that pleat rather than being like heat pressed or something. So that's really interesting. You can see with the legs it tapers a lot. It's a super skinny style, and actually at the end of the leg this kind of track piece comes over the end. And for the kind of gold shine here, these are individual stitches, it looks like, going through on this additional stripe. It's super, super interesting. Like, I've never really seen a style like this before. You get a long yellow drawstring here, kind of reminds me of like Pierre Moss colors, and they're tipped in metal, kind of a nice little luxe feel to it there. And at the pockets, you get them kind of lined in white, but they're real metal zippers, and they are RHUDE brand, which a lot of kind of like top designer brands use. So it's a high quality zipper. The waist is elasticated. It actually looks super skinny here, but it's got a ton of stretch to it. It's a size small, this pair, and I would say they fit, you know, a 30-inch waist super well. And the back, again, as I said, the back of the legs are pleated as well. And you also get these pockets at the back, super useful. I love back pockets. They also have a really interesting cut to them. So you can see they come down here, and then it's like an asymmetrical curve, like cut right there. So I do appreciate that little bit of interest in the cut as well. And then when it comes to the brand tag at the back on these, it's super, super similar to that t-shirt that we looked at. Even though this is an older pair of pants, you know, they've really kept that same style, it looks like. And last, but certainly not least, we have that leather hat I was talking about. So this came from Mr. Porter. They sent it in one of their bags, you can see right there. It's actually a really nice kind of like felt bag, but let's get this open. The bag is not the point here. There she is, as promised. A leather baseball hat snapback, as you can see right there. Love to see it. This thing is so cool. So as you can see, the entire upper here, this is real leather. It really has a leather feel to it, that sheen, that look. It's perfect. Little button on top there. I believe the brim is a faux leather. It has a very different look and texture to the top, but I'll forgive them for that. I mean, I guess the whole thing can't be leather. You do get an embroidered kind of like, it looks like an old car company or like gas station logo. I think that's really sick. And another touch that I really love is this little braided white piece of string that goes across the front of the brim here. The only thing I don't like about it, I think it looks great, but I wish it was actually like somewhere along here, kind of like fitted down to the edge of the brim, because what happens is over time, it can just kind of like move up here and then it doesn't look nearly as good. I wish it really just stayed down there. There's the inside of the hat. You can see the inside of that embroidery. You can also see the inside of the leather. Like it really, let me get kind of focused and zoomed here. On the inside, you can really see that that is legit leather. You also get a brand tag. This one's stitched down on all four sides, but it's the exact same style as every other tag we've seen. And one thing that I'm super glad to see is a lot of times for even these luxury companies, they'll just outsource their hats to a random crappy like made in China company. And I'm guessing RHUDE themselves did not manufacture these hats, but they were manufactured well. Again, made in USA. They have a little tag for that here. So that's just super cool to see. So now that we have checked all that stuff out, let's try these pieces on, put our look together, see how they feel and see how they fit. I'm a huge fan of this whole fit. Like, this RHUDE outfit makes me feel like the most stylish, like, mechanic ever. Like, I feel like I'm about to change your oil, but like in the drippiest way possible. I don't know. So the shirt has a super vintage vibe to it, especially like it has this kind of wide neck, you know, like it shows a bit more of the neck than a normal t-shirt, a bit more of the shoulders. So it really looks like drapey in an interesting way. The pants are much more kind of like modern streetwear, I would say, even though they're a few seasons old. Super comfortable. That spandex fabrication, they have a ton of stretch to them. They feel like kind of athletic in a way. You could like, I could see myself wearing these to the gym, even though I'm probably never going to. And then the hat really just kind of ties it all together. That's what really makes me feel like the mechanic, but like, you know, like in the 70s maybe, and like in a really cool like James Dean kind of way. I don't know. The hat's wild. I could see myself putting together a bunch of fits with this stuff. The pants though, generally true to size. Shirt, definitely oversized by like at least one full size. And the hat, you know, it's a snapback. It'll fit however it's gonna fit. But I'm so glad to have all these pieces. I like wearing them together. I could see mixing and matching them. So, you know, it's RHUDE season. Let's get into it. So that is the full RHUDE outfit, the full RHUDE haul. Take a look at the other video on screen here, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and I'll see you next time.